Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, today we are diving into something that honestly is a total game changer. We're looking at the browser Cockpit system. If you've ever felt completely buried by an endless sea of browser tabs, or you're just sick of doing the exact same repetitive tasks every single day, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to walk through this playbook step by step and show you exactly how to kill that digital friction for good. So really think about this for a second. How much time do you actually waste hunting for that one specific tab or rewriting the exact same AI prompt day in and day out? It's a serious question because the real cost of all those repetitive tasks and that constant context switching, it isn't just lost minutes, it's mental fatigue. Traditional browsing literally drains your focus before the real work even gets started. Right, so let's get into the actual solution. The browser cockpit is basically a second Stream Deck profile. But here's the magic. It pops up automatically the absolute second that Chrome or Edge takes focus on your screen. And the moment you click away to another app, it hands control right back. There is zero manual profile switching. The deck just dynamically adapts to whatever you're doing.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with the underlying frictions, then look at the core mechanics, dive into the morning sweep and work stack routines, check out AI prompts and decisions, and finally, wrap up with some real-world client workflows.
All right, part one, the frictions. Let's look at what's actually slowing us down. The playbook breaks this down into three massive roadblocks. First up, navigation friction. You know the drill. Mindlessly hunting through bookmarks, playing that super fun game of wait, which tab was it again? Yeah, we've all been there. Second is prompt friction. Look, we all use AI now, but having to type out analyze this campaign from scratch every single time, it's just exhausting. And finally, focus friction. The playbook calls these ADHD failure modes, those moments where you literally just can't start, or you completely lose the thread of what you were doing. Okay, moving on to part two. Let's talk about the core mechanics of how this whole thing actually works. The whole system is built on this really cool core habit called the three-press rhythm. This completely standardizes how you interact with AI anywhere on the web. Here's the tutorial. Step 1, you press the panel key. Boom, the Claude side panel opens right next to your active page. Step 2, press an Ask key. That's a green button that instantly types out your complex prompt. Hit Enter, and the AI reads the page. Step 3, press a Follow key on the AI's answer to force a concrete decision. Just 3 simple presses, and you're done. Now, I really need to emphasize this. The golden rule of the cockpit is that prompt keys type text, but they never, ever press Enter for you. You always read before you send. This is absolutely crucial for safety. You are still the pilot here, right? The system does all the heavy lifting with the typing, but you always verify the command before anything actually fires. To make navigating 15 keys lightning fast, the system uses a really strict color language. You instantly know what a key does before you even read it. Red, that means money is at risk, so that's your ad platforms like Meta or Snapchat. Blue is your Google Stack, Analytics, Tag Manager. Cyan is for AI tools like Claude or Midjourney. White and gold map out your specific sites and clients. Green keys mean you're talking to the agent with prompts, and purple, that's your focus rescue folder for those ADHD management timers. So bringing that all together, this is your home screen. These are the 15 keys you essentially live on. Notice how it's structured. That top row is entirely dedicated to your destination folders. Ads, Google, AI. The middle row holds your daily, heavy-hitting AI prompts, plus that crucial panel toggle. And the bottom row holds your deeper folders and multi-action routines, like that sweep key sitting right there in the corner. Which brings us perfectly to part 3, the morning sweep and the work stack. This introduces a total lifesaver of a routine called the morning sweep. We all know that chaotic, awful feeling of opening your laptop and trying to launch a dozen platforms at once. Well, the morning sweep replaces all that chaos with a precise, automated 3-minute process. You find out exactly which platform actually needs your attention today before you even glance at your messages. Talk about fixing stressful mornings. So how do we actually do this? First, you press that sweep key. Instantly, Google Ads, Snapchat, Meta, and TikTok all open perfectly in 4 separate tabs. Second, you go to each tab and press the panel key to open Claude. Third, tap your audit prompt key, hit Enter, and let the AI read the numbers straight off the screen. Finally, you just skim the summary and move to the next tab. Seriously, in under 5 minutes, you've completely audited your entire ad spend. And what's great is that this system actually forces you into better professional habits. Take judging ads, for example. Without the cockpit, you're probably just guessing the landing page context straight from the ads manager. But with it, the rule is simple. Never judge an ad without actually opening the page it lands on. Because you have a dedicated clients folder, pulling up the exact landing page, like an Avant Clinic campaign, for instance, takes literally one press. And since it's so frictionless, you'll actually do it.
All right, let's jump into part 4, AI prompts and decisions. This part is so smart. It separates your first-pass AI interactions from your second-turn ones. You've got your ASK folder. Those are the green keys you use to fire off initial questions. Audit this or give me insights. But then you have your follow folder. Notice the little chevrons on those keys? That's a visual cue that you're digging deeper. You hit these after the AI gives its first answer to demand real depth and precision.
Let's look at some essential examples from that follow folder. The prove it key is amazing. It literally forces the AI to point to exact rows and data values to back up what it's saying, which totally kills those annoying hallucinated conclusions. Feeling lazy or low energy? Hit do it now. And the AI gives you just one simple change to make in the next 10 minutes. Don't want to make any changes? Press argue back for a devil's advocate. And for that focus friction we talked about, the where am I key scans the page and reminds you exactly what you were working on before you got distracted. It is pure gold.
And finally, part 5, real-world client workflows. This right here is the report folder, color-coded orange specifically for client reporting. The genius of this folder is that it builds reports using the exact data already sitting on your screen, and it formats it perfectly for whoever needs to read it. There is absolutely no copy-pasting data into a Word doc. The prompt handles the entire translation for you. It's all about tailoring the message without the extra effort. Say you press the XX5 prompt. Boom, the AI spits out exactly 5 lines of high-level insights. It's perfect for a busy business owner who doesn't have time for a wall of marketing jargon. Or let's say you press the WhatsApp prompt. It instantly formats your update into short and edgy Arabic, puts the result right at the top, explains what happened, what's next, and strictly uses no emojis. It's perfectly tailored client communication generated with a single click. So we've covered a lot today. We've seen how the browser cockpit completely destroys navigation friction, prompting fatigue and those nasty focus blocks by turning chaotic tasks into a smooth 3-press rhythm. But I want to leave you with this final thought. If you were going to build your own cockpit right now to kill the friction in your workday, what would your 15 keys look like? Stop suffering from browser fatigue and start designing your own daily automation. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.